Everyone has a top 5. But what if yours is missing someone important? Not just a big name, but the kind of character who shaped gaming with story, presence, and raw emotional impact. The ones who didn't need superpowers, because their story was the power. Some bled for the streets, others lived by code, a few cracked under pressure, and some just couldn't walk away. Today we're putting 5 of the most unforgettable characters in the spotlight, and one thing is for sure. If they're not in your top 5 now, they might be after this. Tell me in the comments below who would make your top 5 list. Drop it in the comments and let's talk legacy. I answer every single comment, so feel free to show your opinion down below. So, let's get into it. First up, we've got number 5 here, the street icon, Carl C.J. Johnson. In the heart of Los Santos, long before memes and remasters, there was a street, Grove Street, and there was a man, CJ. Carl Johnson didn't start off a hero. He didn't have powers, titles, or even an empire. He came with baggage, regret, a funeral, and a broken home. Returning after years in Liberty City, CJ was thrown back into a life he had tried to leave behind previously. His family hates him, his gang is in ruins. Corrupt cops frame him consistently, and the city has changed. But what makes CJ's journey so unforgettable isn't just the plot, it's the player's freedom to mold his identity. GTA San Andreas wasn't just a game, it was an ecosystem. It shaped CJ's body, his clothing, his skills, and even his confidence. His story mirrored your grind. Hit the gym, learn to fly, take over different turf, rob casinos. Every single move, every transformation was earned. That personal connection built loyalty. CJ wasn't just a protagonist, he was yours. But behind the sandbox chaos was a raw emotional core. CJ's arc is all about family, about betrayal from his closest friends, about standing tall when everyone wants you to fall. He wasn't trying to save the world, he just wanted to save his, and that makes him relatable, especially to someone like myself. That's what makes him a legend. Came from the bottom, he took everything thrown at him, corrupt federal agents, warlords, even aliens in some mods to the game, and still stood tall. In the end, he reclaimed Grove Street, not with superpowers, but with heart. Next up we've got number 4, Silent Blade, Altair from Assassin's Creed. Now first off, a lot of people would launch straight into Ezio, but in my mind, Altair, he wasn't flashy, he didn't speak much, but when he moved, the world trembled around him. Before open world stealth was mainstream, before history became a playground, there was Altair. A man defined not by his presence, but by his precision. Altair begins as a prodigy, he's overconfident, he's careless. He breaks the tenets of the Assassin's Creed, jeopardizes his brothers, and causes the mission to collapse. He loses rank, respect, purpose. But that fall is what makes his rise so legendary. Throughout his missions, he isn't just killing targets, he's uncovering lies, questioning authority, and redefining what it means to be an assassin. By the end, he's not just a warrior, he's a philosopher, a leader, the man who wrote the code that shaped the entire Brotherhood. His story, expanded in later games and codices, becomes the foundation of the entire assassin lineage. Without Altair, there is no Ezio, there's no Connor, there's no Bayek. Every leap of faith owes its origin to that one robed figure standing silently on a rooftop, blade hidden, mind sharp. He's the prototype, the first whisper in the shadows, and though others may have outshone him in charisma, none surpassed him in impact. In my opinion, Altair walked so Ezio could run. Okay, at number 3 we've got the Truth Seeker, Cole Phelps from LA Noire. He wore the badge, but he carried more than law, he carried the weight of his sins. Cole Phelps wasn't your typical action hero. He didn't spout clever one-liners, he didn't kill for a thrill. He was precise, analytical, detached, and on the surface, He was a perfect officer. But beneath the fedora was a mine that was unraveling. A decorated World War II veteran, Phelps enters the LAPD chasing some sort of redemption. He works harder than anyone else in his division. He climbs the ranks from a beat cop to homicide to vice to arson. But with every promotion, the city shows more rot, more corruption, more cover-ups, more greed. The truth that he's searching for begins to destroy him internally. Phelps is complicated, cold to his family. He hides secrets from his past. He compromises the one thing that he believes in, integrity. And yet it's that imperfection that makes him powerful. He's not a blank slate. He's a deeply broken man in a broken city. His interrogations weren't just gameplay, they were character development. Watching his eyes twitch, his jaw clench, you felt the tension of a man on the edge. And when it all collapsed around him, when his sins caught up with him, it felt earned, it was tragic, it was real. Few games since have dared to make a protagonist this morally grey. Even fewer pulled it off with such subtlety. Did Cole Phelps end up getting justice in your eyes? Or was he always doomed to fail from the beginning? Okay, now we're moving on to number 2 in our ranking here, the Dragon of Dojima, Kazuma Kiryu from the Yakuza series. In a city of chaos, he was the calm, he was the storm, he was the dragon. He's not just a crime boss, he's an enigma. He's raised by the Yakuza, but driven by honour. Feared in all the back alleys, but kind to children. One minute he's suplexing thugs through vending machines, the next he's singing karaoke with a kid on his back. That's Kiryu in a nutshell. Across decades, his story unfolds like an epic novel. Yakuza 0 shows us a brash young man, loyal to a fault. Yakuza 1 through 6 shows him evolving, protecting family, founding an orphanage, even faking his death to spare others pain. What makes Kiryu legendary though, it's not his strength. Though he is absurdly strong, his beatdowns he can inflict on people are insane. It's his unwavering moral compass. In a world where betrayal is almost like currency, Kiryu never sells out. He fights for those who can. He never kills. He absorbs loss, pain, exile, and he keeps going. Unlike many tough guy leads that we play with, Kiryu shows emotion, loves. He suffers in silence to protect other people. That emotional duality, brutal fighter, tender guardian, makes him unforgettable in my eyes. He's not trying to win, he's not trying to save the day, he's just trying to do what is right. Kiryu doesn't just fight for honour, he is honour. Okay, we're at number 1 now, and this is going to surprise a lot of people watching the video. I know everyone's going to be shouting their opinions in the comments. My number 1 is the tragic brother, Paulie Lombardo. He was never the smartest, he was never the strongest, but damn if he didn't make you care. Paulie Lombardo was the kind of guy that you would laugh with, you would fight next to, maybe even curse out. But he was always loyal. And that loyalty in the Mafia world is worth more than gold. In the 2020 remake, Paulie becomes the heart of the story. He's the comic relief, sure, as everyone knows him. But he's also the warning sign. Every bad decision he makes, you feel it. His ambition grows, his fear grows faster. And when that final score comes up, you already know that it's not going to end well. The power of Paulie isn't in the missions. It's the small moments dotted throughout the game. A joke before a shootout, panic in his voice during the bank job, a desperate hope that maybe, just maybe, this one job changes everything for him. And when it doesn't, it crushes you. Because Paulie didn't die a hero, he died as he lived. Loyal, reckless, vulnerable. The difference is in this game and why he's number 1 is because you felt everything he did, everything he said, felt every single loss. He really resonated with you as a game player. He reminds us sometimes, that legends aren't just gods or warriors. Sometimes are the ones who burn the brightest and leave the deepest scars when they're gone. Now that's my top 5, as you can see on the screen here. Please do let me know your top 5 below. But let me know down below, who did we miss? Hit the comments and let me know.